You knew somebody was going to ask T.I. about it, right? Because he's in the midst of promoting an album. So during the whole rollout, they're going to ask him about all the hot topics that's going on. Just so happens to be he's in the middle of a beef with 50 Cent. All this back and forth, the 3 diss tracks, his son's getting in on the action. But to ask him straight up, like, yo, what's going on with this? And how do you feel about your son getting involved? Because we saw what King was doing. We kind of justified it because we said, all right, cool. Tiny's your mom. She can't really tell somebody how to react when it comes to 50 Cent posting your mom's up like that on his huge ass Instagram. But he did cross some lines. So when we get a chance to hear from the pops, I want to see what T.I. is going to say. Is it going to be from the rapper standpoint, the gangster standpoint, going at 50 Cent, or is it going to be the father standpoint? Very interesting feedback that he gives here.
Now, are you enjoying seeing your sons step up to the moment and the whole family concept?
Bro, no, I don't. I don't enjoy it. I do not. Simply because I've spent so much time trying to get this little nigga off the ledge.
Talking about King.
Yes. And now he has justifiable means to undo all of the teachings that I've been teaching.
Got it.
I do not like this. No, I do not enjoy it.
Now, Damani kept us cool. Damani's always cool.
What the fuck? What universe is this? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, man, listen, man. I'm a logical, reasonable man of respect, bro. And I raise my children to be men of respect, logical, reasonable, and not to be emotional. And when I see King, how he moving, it's emotional, and I know, and me too, you know what I'm saying? Me too. You know, you drag the matriarch of our household into some nonsense. So the one thing that I am proud of out of all of this is that the women and children in our family see that it's a line of men.
I see.
That's here.
Right.
Against who the fuck ever. You know what I mean? And we not here to defeat. Like, I don't give a damn about beating. I ain't here to defeat. I'm here to defend. You understand? I'm here to protect what's ours, what we built. Man, this shit is, man, I die in the street about this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
This shit dead ass serious to me. This shit ain't no motherfucking game. I'm not playing.
Do you hit King when you see like him post a video? Do you immediately hit him and say anything?
I hit my forehead first. I'm like, God damn. Like, bro, it's almost like I hate to see some shit going down, going to a direction where it's headed, but what the fuck can I do to stop it? Because I didn't send it there. I'm not the motherfucker that's directing. I ain't set the GPS, bro. The destination is the destination.
How do you turn it off though? Because you seem to have the ability to say, all right, this went too far. I'm not interested in this.
Right.
I'm going to focus another direction. How do you turn it off? And you just haven't been able to instill that part into King, maybe? Or
man, to be honest with you, bro, I said that's enough. Really, I said that's enough when I seen that damn T-shirt. I said, man, this is enough. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I said, man, chill out, bro. Chill out. Because again, I'm big on treating people the way I want to be treated.
Right.
I don't be out here just doing unto others in ways I don't want to be done. And so I don't want to see my children doing others the way, but they like, man, this is in response.
Right.
I'm like, man, but it's over with. Let it go. Let the shit go, bro.
All right, man.
I'm here to defend.
We got some talking to do before I got some more footage that I want to pull up for King as well. Kind of remind us like who King has been in our eyes. He could be an angel for all we know off camera, but him growing up in the public's eye as T.I.'s son, I got some reminders that we're going to play, but let's build before we go to that footage. Hip hop is such a weird arena when it comes to crossing the line. You got some people in this world that'll kill you over calling them a bitch. The word "b" done elevated. Like being called a bitch today, and people take that extreme. Like, you call me a what? Can't believe you called me out my name. You know what I'm saying? They want to pull a gun on you for that. So when I say that hip hop is like a gray area sometimes for crossing the line. So you got T.I. Forget the son for a second. Look at the things he's saying on beat. He's calling 50 a pussy. You know what I'm saying? He's calling him a bitch, call him out of his name, punch you in your neck. He's talking reckless, the type of stuff that we're not supposed to be able to say to each other face to face. Now, on beat, in the name of hip hop, especially in the form of rap battles, and even 50 Cent acknowledges it's like a rap battle, right? He said, "You need me for a rap battle. I don't need you." He says something like that, especially in the form of a rap battle. Almost anything can go. You could damn near say anything, right? And it's supposed to be cool, but the nature of these things, they even spawn off of real shit. We went from verses, call outs to 50 Cent calling T.I. snitch. And T.I. returned the favor. Oh, by the way, here's another one that's supposed to be crossing the line, calling 50 Cent a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? He beat on females, and I got details. Will be right? So what they're saying, or what T.I. is saying on beat, is already crossing the line. We're not supposed to be able to return from this. And then 50 Cent on his Instagram, the things that he's posting, this is your wife, and this guy, this is your mother, or these two kids over here, that's your mother, right? Already crossed the line. But there's levels. The picture up here right now with King putting a joint to 50 Cent's mother. First of all, just wearing her on a t-shirt, we all know what that's symbolic of. If you put somebody on a t-shirt in hip hop, it's called like you didn't kill them, or you're memorializing somebody, whichever side you stand on for the person that passed away. Typically, that's what it means when you got somebody on a t-shirt. So he went and got a t-shirt done with 50 Cent's moms on it. And then you put the weed to her. Now you're in the drill arena. And we know drill is deadly as shit, but that is the arena that these little kids is coming up in, the kings of the world. While T.I. was talking, I pulled it up in the background. Internet says King is 21 years old. So even before we get to the footage, all that stuff is years ago. So to me, he's pretty much still under T.I.'s tutelage then. You're only 21, and you are younger than that with all the times issues that you've been having, at least online, that we got a chance to see. So what does that show you? What do they say about even a Lil Wayne? Blood, damn near his whole career ever since Mac 10 came into Cash Money, right? But before then, you got Baby on camera throwing up C's, being Crip. The Hot Boys never promoted no gangs or nothing like that, right? And all of a sudden there's blood going. And then people gangbangers, they asked the question, said, when were you gangbanging in the streets? When were you ducking the drive-bys, putting in work? When did you get jumped in? When was you putting on for the hood, fighting for the hood, taking losses for the hood? When were you doing those things? So that's where they start to say the industry blood versus like coming out of the streets type of gang affiliation. And they do the same thing to these children celebrities. They ask the question, when were you a gangster? You grew up in a 15,000 square foot mansion with T.I. as your father and Tiny as your mother. When were you ever in the streets? I get it now. Who was the who's our sports figure? He does NFL commentating, and his son came out and did a rap song, and he exposed him. Like, my son don't know nothing about what he's rapping about. I was like, oh, the whole world's like, damn, you just gonna throw your son under the bus? Like, same for me. My son don't know nothing, or my daughter, nothing about how I grew up. And if I ever walked in and they were making music or rap songs or acting out as if that's where they come from, same way T.I. probably could, same way other fathers, you look at them like, that was never you. So you got to ask yourself when it comes to King, is it the hip hop influence? Is it because your father has a gangster reputation? Is it something that you just by nature you gravitate towards regardless of how you grew up? And we got some footage that's going to hint to that as well. Either way, you are damn near drilling with 50 Cent and his mother on your t-shirt. And I do respect T.I. come out and saying, that's when I made the phone call and said, this is too far. Technically, if me and 50 Cent cross paths, we might have to go to blows. But you my son. And what you're doing is even a level above that. Because let's be real. If we wake up tomorrow, God forbid, and we found out 50 Cent saw T.I. walking down the street, I'm just making some stupid shit up, far-fetched, and he shot him, we'd be like, 50, you're a clown. Yeah, he said you're a woman beater. He called you a rat. He called you a bitch. He called you out your name. But that's that hip-hop arena that we all receive and we all expect and understand, right? Same thing goes for T.I. to 50 Cent. If you did something that was extreme, we'd be like, T.I., that's corny. Even though he posted up your wife on Instagram, we'd be like, T.I., you went too far. Can you really say that if somebody, like, let's say from 50 Cent's camp, crossed paths with King and did something, and I don't even want to put the energy out there, so I'll just say did something that is more than like punching somebody in the mouth. The mother on a t-shirt, drill, once again, levels. So I definitely respect T.I. not taking this moment to say, yeah, man, no matter you this Tiny, we all on your ass. There's a difference between me putting it all on the line, also me rapping with another grown man, and my son that just turned 21 this month, it says, getting out there on camera and putting another grown man's deceased mother on a t-shirt and putting a blunt up to her face. I got to protect this in a whole different manner now. I don't want that right now. I don't want that for us. I don't want that for this family. So respect to T.I. for that. I wonder what just makes King gravitate to that. But we've seen signs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to overjudge the guy, but remember this video that went viral of him getting into it with I think T.I. and Tiny. This was like in a skybox at a game or something like that, right? But the premise still is damn near, it sounds like King's going off because he's not getting the respect that he wants on a different type of level. And T.I. kind of grips him up and, you know, puts hands on him at the end. No, right? We didn't forget this.
Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the fight.
An argument over if you grew up with a silver spoon, and somebody in the background who sounded like Tiny's voice, his mother, to be honest, you did grow up with a silver. What are we missing here?
Like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You the whole
That's definitely T.I.
I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why.
That's telling right there. He said, I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside of the neighborhood. Is he just by nature gravitating towards that type of lifestyle or the gangster element, even though he came up in luxury? I don't know.
I want to be over there. But they don't understand
Yo,
that.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify till he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that.
I don't remember this part. T.I. behind us say he would have go over there and suck that passy. That's crazy. Yeah, you definitely embarrassing the shit out of your son right now. I ain't gonna lie. But who started this live? Like, oh my God. This should have been off camera.
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping. Hey, he know I stand on business. He know that. Can't no nigga ever pull my car ever in life. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. Yeah, I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world? I'm gonna put it out there for them to see. I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that till you cried.
No, I got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Let's go. Now, get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs.
And if you just turned 21 this month, how old were you when you got the Playboy tattoo on your neck? You got it.
You want to talk about some other like this being sick. This being sick. No, I'm being real. You lying. You up here flagging. You're cat.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never having this type of argument with my son. I don't care how big he think he is. Screaming in my face, telling me I'm cap. But at least T.I. admits in the interview, I've been trying to put him in a certain direction. So maybe T.I. has done a good job, but maybe you just sometimes you just got them problem children, you know, where no matter what the parent does or what they show or the life they tried to lead them towards, regardless of what their background is, the kid just gets into what he wants to get into, you know. And there's those times where it's just like, look, you can't just say, oh, you raised them wrong, blame the parents. No, sometimes the kid just be on their demon time and the parents gave them all the opportunity, all the tools, all the insight, all the knowledge to be on the right road.
I know you. 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 Ain't no mystery, man. I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you...
I say him like T.I.'s a stepfather or something. Is it? That's Tiny right here, right? Why you let him play with me? Like that's your blood father. Like I almost forgot how this video went, man. It's bugged out to play this again.
Let him play with you like that. No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is you talking about?
Get off me, man, get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
Wow. And that's it's respectfully, man. Respectfully, man. I ain't here to call nobody out of who they really are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to overjudge right now. I'm just correlating those type of thoughts in videos like that to T.I.'s interview, saying, I've been trying to go a certain direction with my son this whole time. And now this 50 Cent thing got him acting in a way, you know, I don't know, man. We saw the arrest footage of him in the backseat of the car, handcuffed, and they asked him who he is and everything. I don't need to play that. I was going to bring that up. No need. We do remember this one too. And the only reason I feel like this is still relevant to the conversation is because he's obviously much younger than the videos that we already played. At least he looks so. And he's only 21 now. So how old was he here? This video, can we get a date on this? I'll look for this date in a second, but.
Which one? You from here?
Yeah, I'm from here. All
right, so. Oh, man, y'all, let's go. What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro? Let's go. Putting your hand around me, talking out your ass like you want to do something. What's up, bro?
Oh, Lord.
What's up, bro?
Nothing.
What? Relax or what?
Nothing.
Or what?
Nothing.
Or what? Because you just called me like a boat.
This could be a good one. You ain't the one.
Keep out your business, my nigga. Keep out your business. What you want to do?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to both of them, man. Shout out to both of them. But there is levels to dissing. You know, if it's gonna be the music, it's gonna be the music. And I know some things can go to a certain level. You feel like, oh man, like we can't be in the same room. But there's that red zone as well, where it's just like, I'll call a spade. Fuck it. I'll just make the point. It's deadly. You know, I leave the deceased out of things. If I was them, I would do that. I would leave the deceased out. I would leave Tiny. I think even 50 Cent knows that he made a mistake with that, which is why he took those memes down, you know, and that he probably put it back up out of pride and joking and said, oh, y'all still going? Okay, I'm putting them back up. He got the backlash for it. But there's just certain things, man. It's just outside of battle rap.